Functions allow us to create reusable code in JavaScript. This is how a function is set up. We have the word function, then we have the function name. There's always parentheses here, and you can pass information into the parentheses. We'll talk about that later. And then we have these curly brackets. So this is the opening curly bracket, and then we have the closing curly bracket. And everything inside the curly bracket is run anytime the function is called or invoked. So here the function is being called by just putting the function name with parentheses after the name. So every time this function is called just like this, the console is going to say, "Hey, world." So if we load the console right now, you can see it says, "Hey, world." And if I just copy this and paste it a few times, we'll see that it's going to say, "Hey, world, hey, world, hey, world" in the console. Since we have run the function 3 times, we see the words "Hey, world" 3 times. So now I'm going to create my own function that's going to be very similar. So we'll do function reusable function. And this time it's going to say something slightly different. It's going to say, "Hi, world," instead of "Hey, world." And now I can call the function down here just like this, reusable function. Oh, forgot to put the parentheses. That's important. Now you see "Hey, world" and "Hi, world" in the console. Parameters are variables that act as placeholders for the values that are to be input to a function when it is called. So we have defined a function right here called our function with args, and inside the parentheses we see the letters A and B. Now, these can be any name. We could call these anything, not just A and B. They could really be any words up here. And that means that when this function is called, we're going to pass data into the function or input data into the function. So you can see the example here where we're calling the function, and instead of saying A and B in the parentheses, we're actually passing the values 10 and 5. So when the function runs, it can use the information that's passed into the function. So in this case, it says console.log A minus B. Well, that's going to be 10 minus 5 because the numbers 10 and 5 have been passed into the function, and that's going to output 5. So I'm going to create a function that's very similar to that function. This one is going to be called function with args, and it's also going to accept an A and B, but we could call that anything we want. And inside, instead of subtracting A minus B, we're going to do A plus B. Now, I'm just going to call this function function with args, and I'll pass in 10 and 5, and let's see what that looks like in the console. So first, it outputted 5 for this one, then it outputted 10 for this one.